Hello, my beloved Sunnyvale residents. This is your Ninja Realtor, Nima Moridi, with the Al Moridi team, bringing you a new market update for the month of April. Q2, springtime. Where did Q1 go? We're already getting into the spring season. I mean, we consider it spring season, but it seems like the folks in Tahoe are saying you can snowboard through the summer. So we're very thankful for that raindrop that we've been getting. And I'm sorry, I totally digress, but let's get back into the real estate stuff. So you probably noticed that the Federal Reserve increased their benchmark interest rate by 25 basis points. A lot of us folks were thinking that they would do a 50 basis point rate hike, but they ended up doing 25. This most likely had to do with the Silicon Valley Bank fiasco and what happened. And they're really starting to see how much these higher interest rates are starting to play on the economy, because essentially what they've been trying to do is take a sledgehammer to set economy. And they're starting to see those holes that sledgehammer is making. And so far it seems like they're starting to dial these things back. Now, let's see what happens. I wonder if in the month of May, they'll increase the rates again by another 25, or just let it play out for the subsequent months in Q2 and see what happens later in the year. Well, just know that I'll be reporting all of this information to you as it comes out month over month, alongside the data for condos, townhomes, and single family homes in Sunnyvale. So speaking of that, let's get to the data. The median list price for the single family homes in the town of Sunnyvale for this month of April, is $2,048,000. That was up substantially from last month when I reported $1,750,000. If you're curious about the price per square foot, that comes out to $1,263. Last month, I had reported $1,202, so that's up a bit as well. The median days on the market, I was really surprised by this. Only 7 days on the market before a ready, able, and willing buyers getting into contract. Now, if you're curious, the town next door in Santa Clara that we work a lot in, that was only 14 days, and I thought that was pretty low. 14 days on the market in Santa Clara. In Sunnyvale, it's half of that. 7 days on the market before buyers jump in on that. So we know where Silicon Valley Bank's headquarters were located, not too far away from Sunnyvale. All this shows me is that may have been a sticker shock to some people for a week or two, but then after that, folks got back on that saddle and are start looking at properties and getting a piece of Sunnyvale like they want. Last month in March, it was also 7 days on the market, so there's been no change on that. The price reductions though, 19%. That means close to a fifth of the properties from the time they're being listed to the time they're getting into contract are entertaining a price cut. About 20% of those are entertaining a price cut before they get into contract. Last month in March, it was pretty similar, 21%. There were 31 single family homes for sale for the month of April when I checked yesterday on the 1st. And last month we were at 24. So the inventory has increased a bit. And as has the demand. As the inventory has increased, the single family home demand has also increased for the month of Sunnyvale. And the fastest selling out of those single family homes that folks are really interested in, think of your 1,800 square foot home on a 7,000 square foot lot. There was one that sold, it was a 4.2, that sold the same day that it hit the market. So either they had a strong buyer ready to go on that, or they sold it off market. And if you're curious of what that means, my link at the bottom of this video has my calendar link, and you can book a time and I can answer all of those questions for you. Now, that was the single family home. Hey folks, I'm so sorry to interrupt the video, but I had to tell you about this really cool product that I have called HomeBot. Now, I use this for all of my past clients. It essentially breaks down all of your financial metrics and insights for the home, whether it's the current mortgage rate, amount of equity you've made, the amount of savings you've made as being a homeowner, and percentage of principal to interest that you've paid off on the loan. There's a lot of metrics that this provides, and it's much better than those websites like Zillow and Redfin as well, because outside of all those metrics that I had just referenced, those websites can be off by like 10% plus or minus. I'm talking the most accurate data that you can get, customizable alerts about when rates drop, and if you were to refinance, how much money you can save, the equity you've made on the property, home equity lines of credit, like if you're looking to trade up or down with your existing property, or you want to pull some money out through a HELOC and go in and buy an investment. If you're interested in this, please reach out to me, because I would give you a monthly report of all of this information, obviously free of charge. My past clients love it. I'd love to offer it to you. So reach out if this sounds interesting. Let's get back to the video. Let's switch over to the condos and townhomes. The median list price for those is $1,045,000 for Sunnyvale. Last month I had reported $1.1 million, so it's up $350,000 on average, month over month. And if you're curious about the price per square foot, that comes out to $967. And last month I had reported 932, so we're going up with that as well. Median days on the market, 3 weeks, 21 days for the condos and townhomes. 1 week for single family homes, 3 weeks for condos and townhomes, which is normal to see because in America, the single family detached property is the creme de la creme, as they say. That's the most important, the most sought after, even though it's more expensive. And the condos and townhomes usually sit on the market for a bit longer. Again, if you have questions why, reach out to me and I'll definitely explain all of that to you. Last month though, in March, I had reported 35 days on the market on average. The price per square foot, 26%, which means a quarter of those properties are taking a price cut before they get into contract. Last month, we were at 31%. There's been an overall decrease in condos and demands inversely, to the single family homes, that there's been an increase for the condos and demands. We're seeing a slight decrease in demand for those for the month of April. But the fastest selling out of all of those, I noticed one, it was around 900 square feet. It was a 3.5 bath, like a newer home built, 10 to 15 years old. That was on the market for 14 days and it got into contract like that. So under average, of course, as you can see. Overall, folks, I love this information. I like bringing it to you. I want to be able to provide you with value. I've been doing these videos for some time now and I'm getting some great feedback from them. I really appreciate that. If you folks have any questions about a specific property, the market in general, interest rates, where said market update and interest rates may project it to go through 2023 and beyond, or just some DIY questions for your property or even tax questions. If I don't know the answer, I'll have a professional that can answer that question for you. So my link at the bottom of this video has information on my social media channels, our team reviews, you name it. My Calendly link is there too, and you can book a time to chat with me to answer any of those questions. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. More next month for the month of May. Thank you so much.